In September of 2024, Huion launched the Inspiroi Frego series of entry-level pen tablets. The Frego M is a medium-sized tablet and the Frego S is a small-sized tablet. The only other difference they have is how they support pen tilt. The Frego M does support tilt, while the Frego S does not support tilt. In this video, I'll evaluate the larger Inspiroi Frego M pen tablet, model number L610. To summarize, the Inspiroi Frego M is an excellent entry-level pen tablet. It has all the core features you need, and it does them very well. The Frego M competes very strongly with other entry-level pen tablets from Wacom. A Wacom Intuos Pro is clearly a better pen tablet, but it is surprising how good this tablet is. So I have no hesitation in recommending this pen tablet. If you are a beginner and new to drawing tablets, this tablet makes an excellent choice. If you've been using an older Huion pen tablet and need to upgrade, this is a very good upgrade. And even if you are a professional artist and are looking for a tablet that just has the basics because you're budget constrained, this is also a great choice. Don't be fooled by the fact it's labeled as an entry-level tablet. As always, this tablet was a personal purchase. I spent my own money. This was not a gift. I did not receive this tablet as a review unit. I have no relationship to Huion or any other drawing tablet brand. This video is a summary of my written notes. If you want all the details, consult my written notes. The link is in the video description. And please, leave a comment if you want me to address certain topics in those notes. First, we start with the active area. It's about 10 inches by 6¼ inches. This gives it an active area diagonal size of about 11.8 inches. The Inspiroi Frego M is just a little bit larger than the Wacom Intuos Pro Medium model number PTH660. The Wacom Intuos Pro Medium is about 10.5 inches, and the Frego M is over an inch longer at 11.8 inches. The aspect ratio of this tablet is 16:10. This is quite common for pen tablets to have this 16:10 aspect ratio. For any pen tablet, I have two strong suggestions. These will maximize the usable active area on your tablet, and it will ensure that you don't draw with distorted strokes. So do these two things in the tablet driver. First, if you have multiple monitors, map the active area of your tablet to one of the monitors. And then second, configure the aspect ratio of the active area to match that of the monitor. Matching aspect ratios between your tablet and your monitor is very, very important. So I'm going to show you how to do this. Launch the Huion tablet application, then navigate to Pen Tablet and then Working Area. On the bottom, you'll see a drop-down. Right now it says Full Area, though it might say something else for you. Click on that drop-down. Once you click, you'll see other options. The option you want to select is called Screen Ratio. This tablet comes with a single pen, the Huion PW550S. This is a standard EMR pen that has two buttons and does not have an eraser. The PW550S is a thinner version of the PW550 pen. At this moment, I have 4 pens in the PW550 series. Let's take a look at their pressure response. I've added circles to the chart to help you see the maximum pressure for each of these pens. 2 of the pens have an excellent maximum pressure. One of these, the red line, represents the PW550S pen that came with the tablet. Another pen has a very good maximum pressure. And then we have one outlier, that's the orange line, and that one is just in the OK category. My big surprise came as I compared the pressure response of these PW550 pens to the PW600 series. PW550 is in red, PW600 is in blue. What we see is, except for one outlier, the PW550 pens in general have a higher maximum pressure than the PW600 pens. So in terms of maximum pressure, we should be extremely satisfied in general with what we're seeing with the PW550 series. Moving on to initial activation force. First, I have to remind you, I'm not really good at measuring it, so everything I say is going to be subjective. And what I say is that the IAF felt pretty good. It felt very sensitive. If I had to guess, I would say it's probably around 3 gram force, which is typical for modern non-Wacom pens. Certainly, the Wacom Pro Pen 2 has a lower initial activation force, which is something I can subjectively experience, and also Tablet Expert Cube, who is really good at measuring these things, measures the Pro Pen 2 to have an extremely low initial activation force of less than or equal to 1 gram force. This tablet has a very low amount of pointer lag, which is normal for a pen tablet. It has very slightly more pointer lag than a Wacom Intuos Pro. As this is just a basic tablet, it does not have any additional express keys, buttons, dials, or sliders. There is a nice amount of surface texture on this tablet. The pen does not feel slippery as you're drawing. The amount of texture you feel will depend on the nib you're using. With the plastic nib, you'll feel a good amount of texture, which is very comparable to the Wacom Intuos Pro. With the felt nib, you'll feel the texture a lot more. Like all other pen tablets, this tablet is completely silent. However, when you're drawing, you will hear the nib move across the tablet surface. With a plastic nib, everything sounds fine. There's a normal, very light sound of the pen moving across the tablet. However, with the felt nib, there's a really noticeable, very squeaky sound. I didn't like the sound at all. It was quite irritating. The PW550S pen came pre-installed with the felt nib. So after a few minutes, I switched to a plastic nib. As for connections, this tablet supports a wired connection with the included USB cable. It also supports a wireless connection via Bluetooth. There is a USB-C port on the tablet. It's on the upper edge on the left side. Although this tablet does come with a USB cable, instead, I used a USB cable that I had laying around. It's nothing fancy, it's just a normal USB 2 cable. This is the exact cable that I used. I have a lot of these cables around and I use them for my devices that don't require a lot of power. I tested the diagonal wobble with a plastic ruler and this tablet did a great job. It had a very, very low amount of diagonal wobble. I found it very similar to the Wacom Intuos Pro. I drew 3 sets of 3 lines. Each set was drawn with a different speed. 2.5 centimeters per second, 5 centimeters per second, and 10 centimeters per second. I found extremely low wobble in all cases. With some combinations of pens and tablets, especially those tablets that have a more textured surface, when you are drawing at extremely low pressure and the pen is very vertically oriented and you're using relatively large brushes, you can sometimes see some weird artifacts in a stroke. I've called these artifacts pressure instability or pressure wobble. And if you do see these artifacts, you can address it by using pressure curves and pressure smoothing. Looking at the Frego tablet, it seemed very normal. I didn't find that it had any excessive amount of this behavior. It seemed to be about the same as the Wacom Pro Pen 2 on the surface of the Wacom Intuos Pro. Pressure scan rate testing is pretty simple. We just want to see if the tablet is going to miss any strokes. So I drew 50 quick strokes as fast as humanly possible, and the results were excellent. The tablet didn't miss any of those strokes. Pen tilt compensation is how the tablet keeps the pointer placed at the tip of the pen, even though the pen is being tilted in different directions. No tablet is perfect at this, not even Wacom. And also, it's not so noticeable when you're using a pen tablet that doesn't have a screen. It's much more obvious in a pen display. Testing this tablet, I found that the tilt compensation was okay. It wasn't great, but it was totally acceptable. I did see the pointer move a bit as I tilted the pen towards 45 degrees in any direction. But I didn't really notice it as I draw. It didn't affect me at all, and I don't think it's going to affect you. In comparison, the Wacom Intuos Pro does an excellent job of pen tilt compensation. When you tilt a pen on that tablet, there is a very small displacement of the pointer. So to wrap this up, I think this is a really good entry-level tablet. Is it the best pen tablet on the market? No, but it is incredibly solid. And my experience with the pen was fantastic because of its very wide pressure range. If you have any questions or feedback, please leave a comment. For more details, see my written notes. The link is in the video description. And if you need to talk to the community about this tablet, please make use of the r/Huion and r/drawing tablet subreddits. Thanks for your time. And I hope you enjoyed this video.